And game number 2 of this series between KSC and VOR. Will KSC win it? Or are we going to see VOR move on to the next round? For KSC, they run Lucian. They run Yu Yang with no radar. They run Ledge Holland. They run Ledge Wooster, Ledge Godin, Brisbane, and Yoshino. For the side of VOR, they are bringing themselves a Radar Yu Yang, a Delny, a Regolo, a Gibraltar, a Goliath, and then 2 battleships and a Cecilia and a flagship Patrie. And so a couple different interesting things here we're going to talk about. So initial thoughts here and things I want to mention. First off, big health differential, 110k. We'll track that throughout the game. But due to that double battleship versus no battleship, big health difference. Patrie and Cecilia can get places decently fast, so that's not a bad choice there. Regolo's interesting to me, as is the Gibraltar. I think that's just choices made based on having 25 points taken up by the Patrie. So as we look at this, what you're going to see here as we move is you're going to see Holland and Wooster. Now, interesting that it's a Holland up there, because Holland can't smoke the Wooster. Normally, you would expect the Wooster to get smoked on a line like that, so it can sit there close enough and hammer something. Holland can't do it. We'll see if the Lucian turns north to do it or not. But fairly even split here. Yoshino's going to go wide. He's going to end up here. He may end up all the way out here, but I think it's doubtful that he goes all the way there. We'll see. For the Yu Yang down here, Yu Yang and Brisbane, we're going to see the Brisbane smoked up here. There's going to be the smoke cloud there from the Yu Yang. Expect the Godin to probably end up around there to try to hit. For the side of VOR, Delny Goliath, this is clearly the kite flank. Goliath is going to set up probably out here. Delny's going to take a look at the cap, but then just loop out if it doesn't work. You're going to see Yu Yang Regolo sprint out wide, and then you're going to see Gibraltar, Patrie, and Cecilia looking for shots. Godin can absolutely do some work here, because he's going to have those angles onto the ships as they're crossing here, here, here. And if one of them tries to sit there, he's going to have just bomb drop capability on them. Anyway, let's take a look into the game and see how this is going. So Delny cuts out wide as well. He is not going to take the peak early on. Lucian already has the Hydro going. He's going to go here into A. Early cap advantage narrowly in favor of the side of VOR. I do not know if they saw that there were 2 ships in the B cap, but I would assume they did, so that we'll see this. We've seen this from 2 Asia teams now. This hard push south with a lot of stuff, ignoring basically the contested cap to try to take both home caps. And so we'll see how that works out for them. But watch this Regolo Yu Yang. Yu Yang doesn't have smoke. Regolo does. Yu Yang has the radar. So it becomes that dual challenge here. And you can see, right as I said, Yu Yang Brisbane going to go out wide. They're going to get the spotting. Godin is stopping earlier than expected. I thought he was going to go down at least one more island, but it looks like he's going to wing himself there. Now, that does give the advantage of having range to right where I am. So he'll have this range here. I mean, his exact range is the 13.0 kilometers. So yeah, he'll have range to here. So he'll have the Gibraltar and the Cecilia. Meanwhile, Yu Yang radar is not going to find anything. So that's a deficit for the side of VOR. They don't get any spotting here. The only thing spotted currently is the Brisbane. Shots out onto said Brisbane. He's going to pop the radar. He turns out, shots are in, they're going to whiff, and now he's going to go to town on the Yu Yang. Why the Yu Yang and not the Regolo as of right now? Yu Yang is bigger threat in the long run. You're assuming this Yu Yang is a radar Yu Yang, so you want to make sure you get him, and Godin had angle. Now, Yu Yang backs up, so he switches over to the Regolo because he's going to get some nice hits there. Does take 7k, possibly more, we'll see. Looks like that last salvo is not going to hit at all. Another hit onto the Yu Yang from the Godin of Akari. And so Brisbane does get some value there. 3k off the Yu Yang, 7k off the Regola. Remember, neither of those can heal. But there's a heavy push coming in here. Godin should have all of his airdrops ready. He just needs something spotted. And so the smoke cloud is forced to dissipate. This shoves them out wide. And we'll see. Yu Yang will dodge all the torps. Godin is going to see the Cecilia, and here come the drops. So he launches one. That's going to be a really nice drop line. It's going to miss somewhat. But it's going to hit. Actually, less than I expected. 2 fires, though. Watch the shots in here from the Wooster, and you can see that rotate back. It's very similar to what happened in the game between Resin and RSTC. The difference here is the Brisbane out there wide early on for KSC got enough spotting to give warning on where stuff is, and so has delayed this push. You'll see the Gibraltar as he comes around here. He'll get spotted. He won't take those torps because he's spotted them and he's going to be, his Hydra will stop him. But he is in a very perilous position. Brisbane will smoke up. Shots in on the Brisbane. And he is successful at dodging most of that damage. He has not radared again yet, but watch this Gibraltar. So shots in on the Cecilia, shots in on the Gibraltar. Cecilia down to 65,000, cannot DCP. He is using the heal, but already on 2 fires. And another bomb drop, not the greatest hit. Now, Gibraltar gets in and denies the cap, but it's already a 120-point lead for the side of KSC. And how long can they stay here? Delny and Goliath looking to move in now, but Goliath has been spotted. Wooster and Yoshino in position to deal with that Goliath if he tries anything. Delny going to move in. Hawley's going to have trouble with that. And so Brisbane's spotted by the Yu Yang radar, and so Brisbane pops the radar back. Brisbane's going to have a field day with this Yu Yang, and I wouldn't be surprised if Raiden Shogun opens up fire as well. But Brisbane of Aegis Wings... Oh! He gets deleted by the Cecilia! Yu Yang gets the shots in, and the Brisbane can't dodge the Cecilia, and Cecilia claims first blood. Now, he may die in return. He's trying to smoke up and get dark, but he's still shot recently enough. It's going to be tight. He pops the DCP. He is dark, but... will he take a fire here? He's going to dodge the torps. And that's a big kill. Brisbane now gone means that there is nothing to stop the Regola and Yu Yang from pushing up Raiden Shogun along with the Patri. Does look like Gibraltar will take at least 1 torp here, but that's not going to make a big difference. He'll take it right on the torp protection. So it's 16k. I mean, 16k is 16k. But that's still not great. Now, this set, on the other hand, he does look primed to take. I don't think he can back up and dodge these in time. He's starting the backup. It's going to be tight. I don't think he gets the dodge line. He takes 1. He takes 2. Down to 24,000. They get the Yu Yang of Raiden Shogun, though, with the Regola while we're watching that. And VOR, primed and ready to knock KSC out. They're up 80 points. That health lead they had has dropped down to just 40k, but they have 2 ships advantage now. And so KSC's got to make the call. What do you do? How do you get out of this? And Lucian of Hataki Yoshi, absolutely getting farmed. He's healing, but he's got shots coming in. Down to 1,000. Here comes another shot, Salvo. And he gets killed! The Regola of Classic Noun gets Hataki Yoshi. And that might do it. 200 points. And, I mean, yeah, Downey just moves into mid. They don't even need to take A. KSC is wondering where it all went wrong right now. And Yoshino of IKX Blitz down to 30,000. I mean, I'm looking for where the entrance point is, but I'm really just not seeing it. Nice shots in on the Delny, but the Guden of Akari, like, he's pinched here. He's got a Cecilia right in front of him if he moves too far forward. He hits shots, but yeah, now he's gotta go straight, and he's getting pinched slowly but surely. He is on fire. A little bit Alicia Keys. But yeah, I mean, it becomes a desperation. I don't see it. I don't see it. You're under 100,000 health left now. I mean, the Rigolo shots were nice, but the Rigolo's gotten himself dark. And that Patri's still full health, basically. Like, you need a kill on something here by the Godin, and I don't see where you're going to get it. Now, Goliath does take a Torp. But the Yoshino of IKX Blitz goes down to the Gibraltar. And that's probably it, ladies and gentlemen. Another Torp will hit here onto the Sicilia. And there goes the Wooster. Here goes the Guden. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. With a convincing victory, VOR wins the series 2-0. And they are moving on. KSC has been eliminated. It's all a matter of just counting out that last 15 seconds. There it is. VOR with a very dominant set of victories there over KSC.